everyone, it's Justine. Here is video number 4 of my series. I am almost done. I have this video and then one more about Christmas gift tags, and I am all finished with the Hello or Oh What Fun card kit of the month. Now, again, this is the card kit of the month from October 2022 from Spellbinders. So if you've watched 1, 2, and 3 and even the unboxing, you're an MVP. And if you made it all the way to this one, thank you, thank you. And my last card on this video is my absolute favorite. I did not plan that to be that way, but it just is because it's interactive and I love it. Anyway, I have some more cards from this kit, and I really tried to pull in as much as I can from just the card kit, but I do sometimes pull in extra things like these gems here that were from the Santa Lane card kit. I don't know why, but when I was using that card kit, I just had a brain moment where I forgot that those gems even existed in the first place. So I didn't even use any of those gems when I was making my 10 cards for my Santa Lane card kit, but I will not let them go to waste at all. They are going to go onto some cards, and after this video, whatever I don't use on these Christmas cards, they're going to go into my bling basket. Now, if you don't know, that my bling basket is where I keep all of my extra gems and whatnots. So that basket is probably my most exciting part of my whole craft room, in my opinion. Anyway, I am going to make several cards here, and I've made a lot already, so I've already talked about the card kit, but if you've only watched or just joined for this video, I do have all of the materials linked in the description. Almost everything came from the card kit Oh What Fun from October here, but again, sometimes I pull in extra stuff. I do say, if it's from the Santa Lane or whatever, I will say that it's from another card kit, or I'll mention it so you have an idea. But now I just want to talk about the tools. So that purple tool on the left there is the Tool-in-One from Spellbinders. I got that quite a few years ago, maybe 2, 3, I don't know, 4. This has kind of like a pokey end, which I find really helpful for gems and for sometimes stickers like this where there's a little hole that needs to be popped out. That fluffy black end is perfect for die cutting small holes, especially when I do stitching die cutting. So there's that, and then there's kind of like a little shovel piece that is perfect for adding glue on to kind of hard to reach areas. Then I have my reverse tweezers that's kind of sitting by my glue bottle. I have my glue bottle there is a small glue bottle, but it has a Barely Art liquid glue inside of it. I just used kind of a refill pack to fill it up. Now these gems are the fashion gems from, or the gem color essential gems, and they are the fashion spruce color. So it's kind of like a green spruce tree color. Just adding those for interest. You could use the sequins that came in the kit and get a similar look, but I wanted something dark since this card had a lot of light pink, like blue, like green. I wanted something dark to kind of stand out. On this card, I'm using some pretty busy pattern paper and pairing it with a plaid pattern paper. I like the way that those two look together. It kind of contrasts. And the pink cardstock around the edge really does help tie everything in together. So with these poinsettias, I'm just going to use my palm, kind of the chunky meaty part of my thumb, and just make some really like fluffy flowers, if you will. You can use that technique with some fancy craft tools. I think there's this ball kind of shape tool that you can use with some foam underneath it and create the same style, but I always use my hand because it works better, so it's just what I do. And it gets the same look. So I don't know, maybe if one day I get a crazy idea and try it, maybe I will like it better with the tool, but for now I'll use my hand. Anyway, I'm just going to add on those little flowers. These are poinsettias. It matches the pattern paper, so it all coordinates. Now I made a sister card. The only thing that's different is I changed it to green and I switched the direction of the Merry and the Christmas. Now this card is similar to a card that I made in number 3, but I'm using ribbon. So I'm going to add this ribbon on the top, just with a little bit of double-sided tape on the back. Wrap my ribbon around. Then I'm going to cut the extra ribbon on the back completely off so it doesn't add any extra weight to the card at all. Just like that. Then I will secure, I don't know what that white stuff is from this tape runner. I don't necessarily love that tape runner, but it's what my craft store had in stock for tape, so I'm using that up for now. But I hope that I can get some more of the automatic tape gun. The Easy Runner Grand is really what I prefer to use for double-sided tape, but that's okay. All right, with my next card here, I am going to make 2 of these. So I'm using the treat, that green paper was a die cut piece that came with the die cut shapes, and I'm going to put that right onto some blue paper here, add my little swag, I think it's called swag, to the top. Just cut off the extras so it looks a little more intentional. Put that right on, and then I'm going to add these treats to where the other treats are, or the big treat is, and then I'm going to use this joyful sentiment to kind of mimic a little message on the treat or the cupcake. Maybe that's a Christmas cake. If that's a Christmas dessert and I'm not aware of it, I am sorry. Anyway, and then I'll add some of those gems right onto the card to mimic the cherry that is on the top. Or I guess it's supposed to be holly. I don't know. I feel like it would be a cherry if it was edible. Anyway, I just wanted to add dimension to each treat. Then I'm going to add some sequins and finish off those cards. Now this card is a little different because I wanted to use up the sticker banners. So those are kind of fun, and I wanted to kind of mimic the banners being on a string. So I have string here on the side that I'm going to put on my card and hopefully make a little banner look. I'll just kind of set the scene for the top part and give it a go. I apologize for my voice sounding a little scratchy. I'm a teacher and I teach kindergarten, and we sing a lot in kindergarten. We talk all day, and my voice is kind of going away because this summer I am at home making cards way more than during the school year, and I'm just by myself in my house during the day. So I don't talk as much, and now that school has started, I feel like I'm losing my voice a little, which is making me nervous because I cannot be silent as a kindergarten teacher or the kids will take over. So again, I'm sorry for my scratchy-ish voice. Anyway, I put my ribbon on and then decided after I wanted a bow. So I am just going to make a bow separate from the part that I already glued on and just put my bow right on there just with a little glue. I think it kind of has a nod to the bow that's on the little present on the bottom, so I think it does work for this card rather nicely. I like the way that this one turned out, even though I wasn't quite sure how it would look originally because of those banners. I really haven't played around with the banner look before, but I like the way it looks. Now this card design is my second to last design for my card kit videos here. I wanted to use a lot of the greenery and the poinsettias because I think it looks very nice with my pattern paper that has some of those elements on there. So I'm just going to cut my pattern paper into a bit of a banner edge and then wrap it around so it shows up in the inside. Sometimes I'll do that if I have, I've made a lot of cards and I want to use the paper up, and I think it adds a little bit of extra interest to the inside, so I'll do that sometimes. Now I have my pieces kind of laid out, and what I will do occasionally is take my purple craft tape and put it on top of what I'm working on and then glue the back, then press it all down, and then take off the craft tape. I will caution you, if you do that, be careful because the tape can sometimes take off some of the gold foiling that they have on the die cuts, or it could rip the paper, so just be very delicate and gentle when you're taking it off, and it should be fine, but buyer beware. I have not tried the best ever craft tape yet that Spellbinders sells, but one day I will try it. I just don't feel like I want to buy more craft tape. If I have some of the purple left over, I'm going to use that up and then get that best ever craft tape. Now I did make a sister card for this card, so here's a look at that. Now this is what my finished card will look like. If you saw it, it's very quick. But I'm going to show you how I made this really fun card. So I have it here on the side so you can kind of see it, but the ornaments swing. I love that. So I am going to just pop out the center of the ornaments there and just feed my string through. Use a little bit of that purple tape just to hold it temporarily. I'll do that with all 3 of my ornaments, and that will get them ready to go for assembly onto my chipboard frame. Now if you don't have this twine, you could use fishing line, something from jewelry making. You could really use anything, yarn, anything. And the release tape that comes on the back of the chipboard frames, I just took that off, so it is a little bit sticky for that twine to stick on. I'm just going to arrange those ornaments so they are able to be seen nicely from the front, just like the one I have on the right. I will not be gluing those down because I want them to move and swing, so this card will be an interactive card in that way. Getting the placement was a little bit fussy for me just because I wanted it to look just as good as my first card, but it was totally worth it. I'll then just take my little scissors and trim off any of the extra thread that I have left over. Now, if you're looking at my scissors wondering what in the world, what are those scissors? They are spring-loaded scissors, so you can see the spring there. I find them very helpful because it springs right back open when you're done cutting. I would definitely recommend them for anyone who has any kind of hand pain, arthritis, anything like that. Mine are Fiskars. You can buy them at most craft stores. They're great. Anyway, I'm just going to take a scrap of blue paper and put that behind my panel, and whoops, my ornament just fell right off. So I'm going to take my reverse tweezers and shove the string back into that little section, press down, and I don't know, I guess hope it stays. Then I'll just take my scissors and trim off the remaining of the blue paper so my panel is ready, or I guess frame. My frame is ready. Then I'll glue down my frame right onto my pattern paper. I'll use my double-sided tape for this so it doesn't warp any of the paper. Give it a nice press. And now here comes the tricky part with the ornaments. Next, I'm going to take the ornaments and flip them up. Then I'm going to carefully remove the purple tape, add a little glue, and then put the twine right on the glue and add some more glue. Then I'm going to let that dry in this position so they can swing. And once they are all dry, then I don't have to worry about the glue sticking to the blue paper at all, and they're free to move around and spread Christmas cheer. All right, I'm going to give those a minute or two to dry. Well, not really a minute or two. I let them dry for quite some time, but you can see once the other ones are dry, you can wiggle them around like crazy. And there's a look at my finished 2 cards. So here's a look at all of the cards that I've made from this video. And if you're wondering, well, I'd like to look at all the cards that you made from the card kit, I'm so sorry, but you will have to wait. But I will have a video called A Look at the Cards I Made from October. Now that video will be coming out on the 12th. So if you want to see all of the cards that I made from the card kit, go ahead and come back on the 12th. And you will be able to see not just these cards from this card kit, but other club cards as well. And I will have one more video coming out from this card kit as well, all about Christmas gift tags. So if you're interested in that, stick around as well. Let me know what your favorite card was from this video in the comments, and like the video if you've liked my video today, and subscribe to my channel for more videos in the future. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!